Hi and welcome along to AFTV Transfer Daily, the show that keeps you up to date with players that have been linked with a summer transfer move to Arsenal. Hope you guys have all had a wonderful weekend. I have. I really enjoyed the weekend. Watching Manchester United yesterday, after you've won your game on Friday night, watching them lose their first game, especially after some of their fans were giving it on Friday, talking about, oh yeah, Arsenal were lucky, was glorious. It was really glorious. The sun was shining, right? I had a drink in my hand, watching the game, and I loved it. And do you know what? Actually, in watching that game, it really made me realise that Arsenal so far this summer have done really good transfer business. You contrast it with Manchester United. They're looking a bit of a mess at the moment. Linked to Arnautovic. Bloody hell. Right? I just looked on that and thought, you know what? We've got to hand it to Edu and Mikel Arteta and the board this year. They've done a good job so far in the transfer window. We've had a go at them over the years when they've really made a hash of it, the board. But you got to say, so far, it's been good business. Want to see some more, but so far, some good business. And also, a couple of our players that were out on loan, Nuno Tavares and following Balogun, they came up against each other in a friendly, sorry, it wasn't a friendly, it was a competitive game in Ligue 1. It was Marseille versus Reims, or Rams, whichever way you want to pronounce it, and Marseille winning the game by 4-1. And Nuno Tavares scored an absolutely brilliant goal in the game. Really good start for him in his time at Marseille, and also following Balogun as well. Nice little header in that game as well. Him getting off the mark straight away. Great for both of their confidence. And great to see the Arsenal players going out on loan and really embracing it. And hopefully both of them can come back better players. Arsenal refused to sell Nuno Tavares. There was offers for him, loan moves with options to buy. They said no, just a 1-year loan. So that shows that they got faith in him. Same with following Balogun as well. There was a lot of clubs that were like, we want him, we want to buy him. Or we want a, option to buy, and Arsenal said no. So there's faith being shown in those two players. If they can go and repeat the Saliba trick, they would have seen what Saliba's done and hopefully believe in the fact that they've got a pathway back into the first team if they do really, really well on loan. So well done to those two, both of them off to a great start on their loan moves. Now, also watching the game yesterday, Leicester City, and it was interesting that Tielemans started in the game. Leicester drawing 2-2 with Brentford. He had a decent game as well. Hit the post with a lovely long-range shot. When I saw that, I was like, that's just the sort of thing we don't get enough of at Arsenal. You know what I mean? Midfielders shooting from outside the box and getting it on target. Not like Thomas Partey's where he sails about 10 yards over the bar. So that was really good to see. Now, it's going to be really interesting this week. What is going to happen? Arsenal playing Leicester on Saturday. They're under a bit of pressure, Leicester, as well. Not only because they haven't signed anybody yet, but also the fact that, they let a 2-goal lead slip yesterday. So a game that they would have hoped to get off to a winning start against Brentford, they didn't. They drew it 1-1. Now they've got a very difficult game coming to the Emirates next week. So they're really going to be under a lot of pressure. Will Arsenal try and make a move for Tielemans this week? For some reason, this is just my personal opinion, I kind of feel like maybe they might leave it until the week after. Do they want to kind of antagonise Leicester by, trying to make a move? But then on the other hand, you don't want Tielemans thinking to himself, yeah, let me make a great audition against Arsenal and, scoring a screamer or something like that. I don't know. Listen, it's going to be interesting to see what happens this week. Will Arsenal finally make that move? It's been going on all summer, and they haven't made that move, but will they finally make that move? There's been suggestions that Arsenal may even go for the alternative to Tielemans, which is this guy, Seko Fofana. Spoke about him earlier on in the transfer window. Various outlets suggesting that he's still an alternative to Tielemans, described as, I've said this one before, the new Yaya Toure. Not too sure about that one. But he's being linked with Arsenal if the Tielemans deal don't come across. Now, you'll see the valuation there of £22.5 million. Apparently, Lons are saying now that they demand a €40 million fee for him, which seems very, very high. And then when you look on that, you say to yourself, well, why pay that for him when you could get Tielemans for cheaper? So I'm really interested to see if there's going to be any movement. Certainly expect to see lots of noise around Tielemans this week as we start to move into that week approaching that game. So going to be really, really interesting to see. And what about Cody Gakpo? I know another one we're speaking about every day. Again, he had a great weekend this week, scoring 2 goals in the 4-1 win over FC Emmen for PSV. This guy scores a lot of goals. 2 more goals for Cody Gakpo. He really is a goal-scoring wide player, and that is the type of player that Arsenal are interested in. Now, Foot Mercato claimed that Nottingham Forest have made a bid for him. They've made a bid for him. I already said to you yesterday that there's a lot of interest coming from Manchester United as well, and after what you saw of Manchester United yesterday, expect panic buying and madness from Manchester United, because certainly their team looked just not good enough for a Man United team. So it wouldn't surprise me if you see United desperately trying to get certain players. If Arsenal are interested in Cody Gakpo, should they make their move now? Or is it, as I said, it's complicated by the fact that they are still in the Champions League, PSV Eindhoven, and he's one of their main players. It's going to be interesting to see what happens. I think the second qualifier for that game for PSV takes place this week. I think they're playing Monaco. If they were to get knocked out in that game and out of the Champions League, will that then speed things up? If Arsenal indeed are after Cody Gakpo, going to be really interested to see. Or are they after this guy? New target emerging today. The Daily Express claiming that Arsenal are interested in Pedro Neto. Now, brilliant player. Love him. Love him as a player. Wide player. Left-footed. Can play on either wing. Brilliant dribbler of the ball. One of the best around. I love watching. You know, you've got some players, right, that play for other teams that you actually enjoy watching. I don't know about you guys, but I'm that type of guy that sometimes there's a player who plays for another team and I enjoy watching them play. That's Pedro Neto. I love watching this guy play. Really talented. You know what? His career was kind of slowed down by that bad injury that he got. It put him out of action for, nearly a season. That serious knee injury. He's been working his way back from that. But he's really is an exciting player. Again, his actions that led to their goal in their defeat against Leeds at the weekend. And he's valued at around about £28.8 million. And the reason why he's getting heavily linked is that Wolves are on the verge of buying Gonçalo Guedes from Valencia for £27.5 million. That's a lot of money for Wolves, but they're buying Guedes, who plays in a similar sort of position. And there's a lot of talk that, they'll be, I've not seen that they're willing to let him go, but they're vulnerable. And a big offer could sway them for Pedro Neto. Now, I wouldn't be against Pedro Neto. He's a great player. Doesn't score enough goals, though. That would be the only thing I'd say for a wide player who is so skillful, so gifted, so tricky. You want to see more goals from a player like that. I don't think he scores enough goals, but certainly he is an unbelievable talent. He's still only 22. Now, as I said, looking at these rumours coming from the Daily Express, I can't really see a definitive link there. You know what I mean? I'm wondering, is this just something that they're trying to hype up, or is there something behind it? But love to hear from you guys. Pedro Neto at Arsenal, would you be up for that? Would you think that would be a good signing to make? I mean, certainly you got the options of Pedro Neto, Saka, Martinelli. That's starting to get really exciting. You don't want that sort of attack coming at you. You know what I mean? You're going to have a long day as a defender. So let's see how that one pans out. But as I said, being linked with Arsenal today, left, right and centre, Pedro Neto of Wolverhampton Wanderers. And certainly I wouldn't be against that signing at all. But let's see how it works out. And also, how much would he cost? I mean, as I said, they're playing a lot of money out for Guedes. But he's one of their main guys, Neto. If they let him go, how much would that cost? Certainly. Remember when they sold Jota to Liverpool, that was about 40 million. Surely they'd be looking for a similar amount for him. And also, you can look at that Jota thing. I just said he doesn't score enough goals, Neto, but look at the Jota thing. Wasn't really prolific at Wolves, but boy, what a signing he's been for Liverpool. So let's see how that one pans out. And let me know in the comments if you'd like to see Arsenal sign Pedro Neto. Should we be going all out if and when Wolves sign Guedes? Would love to hear from you guys. Listen, thanks for watching the show. Don't forget to check out the show. We are here every single day of the summer we've been, and we're going to be here right until the end on the 1st of September. So make sure you check it out here on AFTV. Subscribe, and I'll see you tomorrow.